Okay, today I've got a few thoughts about Carlton player Orazio Fantasia. They're wonderful little goal sneak, traditional little goal sneak. You probably can't even call someone a sneak these days, but Orazio is one of those. I was down at Princess Park during the practice match there for the leading up to the season. I just noticed a thing about Orazio. When you see him down there on the boundary line, he's full of confidence. He's a good looking little fellow as well. He's a bit of he's sort of like he looks a bit like a young movie star, but when you go, you could see that he's physically just a little bit smaller than a lot of the other players. It got me thinking about a lot of the issues that he's having on the ground. They seem psychological to me. And I was thinking about when I was a boy. We used to have two dogs, and one was a little fox terrier, a very small little dog, and we had a larger dog, which was some sort of hound. This was out on the farm, and it was a mongrel of a wolfhound crossed with some bloody animal. Who knows what it was crossed with, but back in those days, they crossed themselves, we used to say. You weren't breeding them, so if anything, you would try to stop them from breeding. But what was interesting is that the wolfhound was a very timid creature and almost a little bit frightened, and the small fox terrier was very aggressive. And I asked my father about this, and he said, well, yeah, of course, because when the wolfhound it sees the little dog and it thinks it's a little dog, and the little dog sees the wolfhound, it thinks it's a big dog. And it got me thinking, what couldn't you get Orazio maybe to share, to live with a big Harry McKay or something like that, and say that the two of those, that Orazio starts carrying himself like a bigger player. Now, I'm sure you're probably thinking, whoa, yes, but then you run the risks that big Harry McKay starts seeing himself as having a smaller physique, and that may affect him there in the forward line. But I think that it's worth experimenting with that. Now, the other thing to do is to bring in a hypnotist or something like that to work on the mental aspect of that with Orazio. And I know we did that down at the Bowls Club and it had magnificent effects. We won the pennant the year that we bought in the hypnotist, so the proof is in the pudding, as they say. But anyway, there's just a couple of thoughts that I've been having about just ways in which you might try something different. I spoke about bamboozling in a previous video, and I guess that's a continuation on that idea. But anyway, something to think about anyway.